The wait is over. 3 parts. This is part 1. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 7. We got a 3-part reunion. This is part 1. First things first, the whole set, I thought this was so cute. It was because we've been talking about Toya and Eugene's house this whole time. This whole season, we've been talking about Toya and Eugene's house and this double closet. This 2-floor closet that she has. The actual background, the backdrop for the stage is Toya's closet. So it looks like you're literally sitting in Toya's closet. Very, very cute. Very cute. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. She didn't even know about it. Whenever she came into set, she was getting ready to cry. So that was really, really cute. I thought that was nice. Very nice. Let's go through these fashions. First of all, Andy looks like he's going to lunch. He literally just looks like he's going to lunch. He doesn't look real dapper like he usually does. Just looks like he's just going to lunch. I was like, okay, Andy, did you not feel like being bothered or what's up, boo? But whatever. Mariah got new hair, thank God. She got a new wig, and the hair is nice hair. It's not all balled up. It's not all bunched up. We went through 2 whole pieces, 2 hours, because we got 2 hours one day of this reunion, and her hair didn't ball up. So kudos to you for the new hair. Is it my favorite? Absolutely not. But I ain't gonna rag on you, sis, because it is 9 times better than what you've been wearing throughout the season. Throughout this season is the worst hair that Mariah has had since this has been on the air. Quite honestly. Now, that makeup is giving me 10-man tease. They put too much, she has too much bronzer on. It's like everywhere. It's like too much bronzer, and she literally looks like ashy with glitter. I was like, wow. But other than that, the makeup job itself, not bad, but it's hard to even focus in on her because she's so bronzed up, and she really is giving you Nipsey Russell from Off of the Wiz. I said, girl, 10-man tease, honey. But kudos on the new hair, sis. Anyway, Toya, I love the hair. I love Toya's wig. It is giving me very much Ross. And that, for whatever reason, because it's it's very Ross, it's very Donna Summer. Probably a little more Donna Summer than Ross, because the curl pattern is really, really tight, but loose. And I'm gonna give it. It's more of a Donna Summer type of look, but it looked damn good on Toya. It really does. It's like a throwback. It even has the side part. Yeah, that's very Donna Summer. Ross has pulled that look too before, but it's very Donna Summer. I like it. I like it, Toya. I don't like your dress. I don't care for the dress. The dress is very lackluster. Usually Toya pulls a stunt for the reunions. This dress is very blah, But I think there was some body. I told y'all before. I think there's some body things that Toya has gone through. She's had some different, female problems, throughout the season, and I don't think her body is where she's used to it being. And, listen, I ain't gonna rag on her, because when you gain as well as lose weight, you got to get comfortable, 1, and then 2, you got to learn how to dress that new body. So I ain't gonna rag on her at all. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's cool. I just, the dress is just, it's an okay dress for something. It's just so not Toya. Usually Toya does way too much, and I just get used to seeing her in too much. So this was just definitely not enough. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's what it is. Jackie. I don't like this ponytail at all. The ponytail is stingy. I hate the bangs. I hate them. You can see the track right here. I hate them. I hate this whole hairdo. I hate it all. Everything. The makeup is completely lackluster. Nothing's popped. Nothing. Like, you got these bangs. The bangs is all the way down like this and cover. That's horrible. So, if your face is going to be blank, at least you'll have like some popping ass eyebrows or something. There'll be something, a fierce lash, something that to pop. Nothing's popping. Everything's just blah. You're just there. And that ponytail, just awful. So stingy ass ponytail. There is nothing worse than a stingy high pony. Horrible. I hated it. This is like, I hated it. I hated it so much. I hated it. Contessa. The circus. That's what I thought. I kept looking at my Contessa. Y'all know I love me some Contessa. I just kept looking at her and I just was like, look like continuation of your baby's party. And it was given very and the fabric on that dress, the fabrication is bad. It's bad. It looks cheap, and I got a feeling that it really isn't cheap, but it just looks cheap. The shoe, all of it, it just was a mess. Your husband looked good though. Husband looked good. I said, damn, y'all done spent the whole budget up on the damn husband? Because he did. He really looked, Scott looked sharp. Scott was sharp as shit. I said, okay. I loved his suit. And it was the fabrication on his suit that really made it pop. He looked good. And then Contessa's shit was woof. And then she had I hated her hair. It looked like a hair show, like a beauty school hair show, not a salon professional hair show, but a beauty school hair show. I didn't care for that hair at all. And then those eyelashes, too circus like. I couldn't get with it at all. And I'm feeling like I'm being real mean here, y'all, but I'm not trying to be. I'm really not. Simone, I love the hair length. I love the cut. I don't like the execution. And I don't like the color play. I don't care for the streaks at all. I don't think they were chose well. I don't think they were placed well. And I don't think they were done well. I hated the bang. I hated the curl in the bang. When they came back for part 2, they had taken some of the curl out of the bang, which I said, now I can see exactly where the haircut is sharp. The haircut is sharp. The haircut is perfect for Simone's face, the length and all of it, but it just wasn't executed well. And that colored hair was really messing up. It's not sleek. It's not silked. It started to bunch up. The colors were problematic. All of the color pieces, the color part of the hair was messing up everything. But if it was just, I could have just went with it being like a really pretty chestnut brown, really warm, would have looked so good on Simone. I wouldn't have wanted it to be like stark black, but if it was like a chestnut color, something like a real deep brown, something real deep and warm and brown, out would have been perfect. It didn't need those extra dimensions because the haircut was sharp. The haircut itself was sharp. It didn't need color to create dimension. The cut was doing everything it needed to do. It was simple and it looked damn good on Simone. So definitely keep the cut. Just get the colors, get it done in one, and get it done in chestnut and be done with it. Okay. Buffy, I guess. Buffy looked like she was literally supposed to be on the set of Harlem Nights. She's literally sitting there in the peignoir set. I said, okay. She looked so out of place. It wasn't bad, She was representing for the big girl, It was done well. She looked good in it, you know what I mean. But it was just out of place. Everybody else is dressed, and you sit there in the peignoir set. Mariah's gown, I didn't not like it. I didn't like it. It was just no biggie. Um, I felt like Simone was comfortable in her suit, but it was really a who cares moment. Um, Quad was the only one who actually shouted out what the designer was, and it was Costello. Um, I always like his work. The jacket and the pants, really sharp. I didn't care for the top. I don't know why. I don't know. I wanted a different fabric for her top. Is where I'm saying I don't know why. I do know why. I wanted a different fabric for her top. And that it could be very tricky with what she had because the fabrication on her suit was so over the top and it was so extravagant and it was so luxurious that you had to be very careful with what you did with her bustier. And I just didn't like it. I felt like her bustier just felt like she didn't put a top on. It looked like she literally just came out in her bra and you got this fabulous jacket. I mean, I said, oh girl, no, you ain't coming here giving queen, honey. The hair and the makeup, perfect. Her hair and makeup was perfect. And I was laughing because I was like, you got her and Mariah sitting across from each other and they got the same hairstyle. And I'm just laughing. I said, child. Child. Hey, they hung together with each other so long that they just got a little thing where they ain't even try. And they still connect when they ain't even trying. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Heavenly. It was all a wash. It was all a wash. I wasn't crazy about the little Victoria's Secret dress. Um, yeah, it gave me very Victoria's Secret. No, baby, I got my dress out of the catalog. Okay. All right. Feathers at the her and Buffy. They could. Nope, wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling none of it. I wasn't even feeling. I don't really like long hair like that. Like straight long hair with a wave or just straight and long on Heavenly. Heavenly looks better with layers. Even if she does a longer hairstyle, she looks better with layers. Her jawline is so prominent that I don't like the straight. You know what I mean? I don't like that on her. I like Heavenly with something like in a bob type of situation, or if she's going to do a sauvage, definitely with layers in it, with a lot of layers in it. Looks good on Heavenly. She needs the fullness because her jawline is very stark. So I wasn't really crazy about that. Everything for me with Heavenly was just a wash. And that's it for the fashions. Jackie, I was disappointed with that too. Jackie usually give me a little something to work with. Jackie looked like she was going to lunch with bad makeup and bad hair. Anyway, so we'll just go from there and we'll talk about what's going on. Heavenly, this was a terrible reunion for you so far. And I'm going to tell you what I've gathered. And you all can tell me whether you agree or not. This is what I got from Heavenly sitting for 2 hours. You still mad at Damon. You are still mad at Damon. You're embarrassed about what was done and what happened. It makes you feel a certain type of way. And then you're just, again, embarrassed. and it's making you act like a bit of a bitch. And you are on your mean girl shit heavy. Heavy. You are totally in attack mode. But it's all displaced because you're really mad at Damon. You're mad at Damon and you're also mad at Bravo because she feels as though Bravo set Damon up. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Welcome to reality TV. If you last long enough, everybody gets a turn. Believe it. Anyway, we're going to talk about it some more as we go forth. Let's talk about this first hour, and we're going to cut out of this first hour. And I'm not going to make it because it's going to be too long. So we're going to do this first hour and of the show, and then I'll do a separate video for the second hour because it will just literally run too long. And I ain't ready to give y'all no video that run that long. Okay, so Jackie and Simone. The very first thing coming in is Andy realized that Jackie and Simone are in different dressing rooms. And this is the first time. This has never happened. And I was shocked. I was like, what the hell? And then Simone made a comment like, well, if you had to pick Heavenly or me for your bestie, what would you be doing? I was like, ooh, we better heard about something, girl. What's going on? So what the hell's going on? Now, naturally, we noticed that Heavenly and Jackie have gotten pretty close, but I didn't know that it was wreaking havoc on the Jackie and Simone dynamic because they've been friends way before any of this shit even started. So I was shocked at that. And I was like, wow, Simone, this is going to be interesting to see, where we at with this. I was floored. I think through this season, because there's only 15 episodes this season, and then we got 16, 17, and 18, which are the 3 episodes of the reunion. There was a lot going on that I don't think we were privy to. That might have just hit the cut room floor, or just might not have got caught at all. But there's a lot of mess going on. Anyway, you could feel in the room, the air in the room when it first started, the air was so tense. When they were sitting on them couches, I was like, what the world? Okay. And then the first thing that I said, wow, this is all out of whack. Quad and Simone still ain't good. They still ain't good. Because here, they're talking to Quad, talk about the, divorce, and the divorce is final and all of that. And as soon as she says, yeah, it's all done, everything's good, I'm good, the divorce is final, I said, I'm single. And Simone jumped right out of Pettyland and jumped down there, baby, and said, yeah, Greg, we see Greg, me and Cecil. We go out with him, we see him all the time. He is a new, very attractive girlfriend, and he's very happy. I was like, for real, Simone? For real? I was like, wow. And Quad was given, child, that's good, given that she's being unbothered. She said, because he was dating while we were, because that was the question they asked Quad, was Gregory dating? And honey, listen, Simone jumped in and answered the question, and the girl's attractive. Andy's messy ass asked her, "Did that bother you, Quad?" She's like, "No, absolutely not." But I mean, he was dating while we were married, so I would hope that he was actually dating. I would hope he would continue, and he had a very attractive wife, so I would hope he wouldn't downgrade. I said, "Ooh, honey," I said, windmill season. So I sat right on that, baby. I said, this is getting ready to be good. I was like, honey, these girls ain't playing with each other. There's a whole lot of shit going around in the atmosphere down to the Married to Medicine, and we ain't seen a lot of this. And I told y'all I had a feeling that it was going to be popping at this reunion, didn't I? Listen. So then they go on, and Simone's like, telling Quad, keep playing victim. Just keep playing victim, because they ended up talking about the dinner situation again back at the beginning of the season. And then Quad shut it down, and she said, listen, yes, I was being mean. I was mean and I was surly at that dinner. And I apologize to you for being mean to you at the dinner. I apologize. I did that. And you know, they not used to Quad owning her shit. That's always one of the big things. Quad don't own her shit. Quad always plays the victim. She stood in it, she owned it, and she apologized, and it was sincere, and there wasn't nowhere for Simone to go. She couldn't go nowhere. And she was so tense that I promise you, if there was somewhere that Simone could have went, she would have took Miss Quad Baby by her bangs. She'd have drug her into wherever it was she was going, because she was all geared up. I was like, child. And again, this place, because you really, for real, are mad at Jackie. But you ain't gonna go at Jackie like that. You mad at Jackie, and overall, we found out she mad as hell at Heavenly. She is still mad at Heavenly, like furiously mad at Heavenly. And you know what? I don't blame her with this. That Heavenly's on a whole bitch thing. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, Simone couldn't do nothing but accept the apology and move on. I said, "Oh." Quad shut that down. So that was cool. I said, I'm glad that because I still say, I still have hope that Simone and Quad will fix what they had, whatever that is that's going on. Because Quad and Simone, I felt like were good for each other, being friends. I think they made good friends with each other. I think I liked them, together. When they were friends. I enjoyed them together. But then again, it ain't about me, is it? It's about them. And again, if there's something that ain't being said, because it got so nasty. Anyway, but I loved them two together. I love me some Simone and Cecil, and I love, as the couples. I love Simone and Cecil, and I love Scott and Contessa. So, and I've always loved, you know, Simone and Quad as friends. I always said that. But anyway, so Toya and Heavenly. This was ugly. This is when I was like, Heavenly. So you mad and you're really sloppy. That's all I can even say. I ain't got nothing nice to say about Heavenly in this. And this ain't got nothing to do with my personal feelings about Heavenly or none of this. This is stuff that Heavenly put out. Heavenly in this was mean. She's hateful. And she is Oh, God. She done had a 32-ounce glass of hateration. When they got the showing this footage and showing us that Heavenly done built herself a 3-story closet at her house. Heavenly, you hating ass. That's some hating ass shit. And Toya called her out on it. Girl, you wasn't thinking about adding to your house or doing nothing to your house until I did a 2-story. Then you bust out and do a 3-story. And then you keep going on about what she can afford or what she can't afford. And it's very tacky. It doesn't look good. And it does make you look like a complete hater. If you feel that way, this is one of those times where, sweetie, you should just kept that shit to yourself because you look so small doing this. To Toya, you built a 3-story closet. They show pictures and it's dull. It was a waste because it's still. I don't know. Listen, let's just be clear. Toya's closet is shitting on your closet. I ain't trying to be funny. It is what it is. It looked like it, I looked in at Heavenly's closet. Her closet looked like it was built for her sons. It didn't even look like it was proper for a Laura. It didn't say girly and beautiful at all. It just said closet space. That goddamn Toya's closet looks like a goddamn department store. Okay, so whatever it is that you claim she had to do to get it, Heavenly, it's okay because it's shitting on your closet, extra floor and all. That child, can't nobody say nothing about their house. And she keeps reiterating. Nobody can say nothing about Toya's house. Nobody can say nothing about Toya's house. But then you flip right back over in the same scene and say, everybody knows she begged, borrowed, and stole to get that house. Hater. Something down in you is green, and that green is not your color. at all. And the truth of the matter is, we all know that you could afford to move right next door to Toya if you want to. And if that will make you feel better, Heavenly, then I suggest you get some boxes and pack up and get moving, because right now you looking crazy in these streets the way you acting. It was terrible. It was even hard to watch. It was ugly. To keep on reiterating about about their finances. It's just tacky. It was tacky. It just wasn't a good look. Moving on. Buffy. Buffy bring her ass out there. And did y'all catch Buffy raise that eyebrow, baby, when Contessa said no, she's never had a lesbian experience, honey, and I was shocked. Now, I gotta say, I was shocked that she's never actually dipped into the lady pond, and and I believe that Contessa, if she actually had, that she would come out and say it. I believe she would be truthful. Honey, that Buffy raised that eyebrow up like, I was like, you still bad at Contessa, huh? Buffy's so readable. I was like, and I've come to conclude, I still don't care for Buffy. I think Buffy's pretentious. I think Buffy's bitchy. I think she likes to play the victim. I think she loves to be the center of attention. You'll never be the center of attention on this show, Buffy. You have to go to another show that hasn't been around. We've been with these ladies for 7 seasons. 6 seasons before we ever met you. And you are still a friend to the cast. See how you had to leave after you came out for a while and we cried with you for a little bit and then your ass had to go? You will never be the center of attention of Married to Medicine. So you might want to try a different show. She ain't my cup of tea. She not. Anyway, but she comes down and her and Heavenly was getting into it, honey, because she was still going at Jackie. I was like, are we getting ready to do this all over again? Like, are you kidding me? We're still on this. Then they go and show the footage of 3 different times that Jackie apologized to Buffy. Yes, time number 3 was nasty, but come on. It was time number 3. 3 strikes, bitch, you're out. Like Jackie said, I apologize and I'm done with it. Now eat dinner. And then, there was another apology. There was a 4th apology that they didn't show in that being footage, okay? And Heavenly was jumping in because she was taking anywhere to be a bitch that she could because she just on one. So she's getting in there, getting at Buffy, and Buffy lit out at Heavenly first and made a comment about Heavenly's teeth. Now, I gotta give the pass to Heavenly because when you battle, you say hurtful shit. And no, I didn't get mad at Heavenly the way, because see, when you slap me, you can't tell me don't punch you. It is what it is. When it's on, goddamn it. And Buffy reached out there and reached for Heavenly. You're gonna talk about her mouth and her teeth. She is a dentist. That was personal. That was a dig. You were trying to really get at her, and she got at you and basically was getting ready to call you a fat bitch. But she stopped herself, and then I got mad at Heavenly because she wouldn't stand it. She's like, did I say, bitch, you said it. You said it. You was getting ready to lay her ass out, and I was here for it, and I would have had no problem with it. I would have had no problem with it because you went low. You went low, and you can't tell her don't go back low at you. So that's just that. Anyway, then something happened. Jackie apologized to Buffy. It changed the whole room. It was, again, why I always end up telling y'all how I love Married to Medicine. Because Jackie bust down and made this apology to Buffy, and she told Buffy about how, she says, listen, when I had to watch this back, and I watched and I seen how it looked, and I thought about how you must have felt when it came out, and she apologized to her Baby, the waterworks got to go on. And as much as I don't really care for Buffy, I was given, you know how I do, child. All I could say was, wow. Wow. When Jackie told her, if God told, now we all know, see, because we've been with Jackie for 7 seasons. 7 seasons. And, the one thing Jackie wants is a baby. She wants a baby more than anything in this world. When she told Buffy, if God gave me the choice right now to have a baby, I'm so sorry about what I did to you that I would tell him to give the baby to you. Baby, everybody on that couch was in tears. And I don't think that it was nothing put on. She meant that shit. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was so deep to the point where it was done. Like it was done. It cut that nasty overtone that was in the room and all of that strife that was in those walls. It cut all of that. And then when Buffy shared with them that she and her husband have actually went ahead and decided to go the surrogate route, so they're going to do surrogacy. She's going to definitely be having a baby. And of course, Jackie, offered or said, I got a whole nother part of my practice. I would be your doctor if you want me to or whatever. She says, no, she had a doctor or whatever and all of that. But it just changed the whole room to the point where even old evil ass Heavenly, because after they broke for lunch, they were breaking for lunch, and that was the end of this episode of part 1. And Jackie went down and their camera was still rolling. They had got up and they broke. And she went over to her off set and was telling her, I truly am really sorry. And yes, I would like to meet up with you and we work on the friendship and everything like that and all of that. And I was like, wow. And then Heavenly came over and asked, she said, you know what? Listen, can I have a hug too? And she, wanted to let go of what that was going on. And again, all I could say at the end of part 1 was, wow. Because, wow. And these are the reasons why I love Married to Medicine. Just as how I started off my review. You've been watching this review for 30 minutes. And how I started off the review, and I was like, okay, so no, I don't like this. No, I don't like that. That was the feel of the review. I know it came across very negative, but that was what was going on. This is what I'm watching. Y'all know I give it to you just like I watch it. It was negative. It was a negative experience. It was a lot of shit going on that I didn't really care for. It was there was an angst in the room. There was vitriol in the room. It was what it was. And then they had a real life reality moment, which switched everything around, which is Married to Medicine, and which is why it is one of my favorite reality shows. Now on to part 2. Y'all go on down there and click in and watch the second part of this, because we've already watched part 2. We got part 2 and part 1 today. There's a part 2 video. The review for Married to Medicine reunion. Get to it. Don't be going nowhere, moving around and doing all that stuff. Sit on down here with me. You made me film it. Y'all get on over there and y'all watch it. Anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next video.